Hey guys, it's OKB, and guess what? We have Gate of Death guy in the game now. That's crazy. Like, he is literally the strongest non-10-tail or whatever Jinchuriki character that exists, really. He nearly took out Ten-Tail's Madara with his Taijutsu, right? So that's how strong he is. That being said, Ten-Tail's Madara in this game kind of sucks compared to a lot of other ones, even though Ten-Tail's Madara is able to beat out Six Pass Naruto and Rinnegan Sasuke at the same time. Like, he was able to fight them both at the same time. And guy just took him on himself. So the balance of the game compared to what happened in the anime is a little bit different. But hey, I love Gate of Death guy, and I want to see his animations. But he is paywalled at the moment, though you might be able to see him maybe next week or something like that. In Shinobi Feast, you have a chance to get him. Something like that. You have 80 fragments. You just need him 3 stars. There's no breakthroughs on this. I don't think he'll ever get breakthroughs. It's a really powerful thing. It's kind of like when you have Final Battle Hashirama here. Pretty powerful abilities, but Gate of Death I think is better. All right, he's risky, but he's better. He's a little bit like normal Hiruzen on steroids. Remember the normal Hiruzen that sacrifices himself for a humongous amount of damage? Well, that's what he has in one of his abilities, but except he's way stronger than normal Hiruzen. Even normal Hiruzen with breakthroughs, right? Remember normal Hiruzen is the one that goes, let's see, this on death. This one, all right. So Reaper Seal, Death Seal. He deals a fatal amount of Taijutsu and Ninjutsu damage with his breakthroughs, and he can hit more than half of a position 1 in one hit. All right, that's how strong Hiruzen is with his Reaper Death Seal. Now I wonder how powerful Might Guy is going to be, and his ability to activate it is. I'm not sure if I can say it's better or worse. It's hard to say, but it's gonna be a really powerful hit, and I expect it to be stronger than Hiruzen. Hiruzen needs to activate his mystery, so he can get controlled before he activates the Reaper Death Seal. Guy's Gate of Death is unavoidable, right? The moment he dies, he'll just unleash Night Guy. He'll die, and he can't be revived, but he'll deal a humongous amount of damage. That's the passive skill in the middle. So let's go over his abilities. And then let's talk about how meta this is going to be, because I think he can be both position 1 and, well, he can be in any position as a support, as a guy who deals a humongous amount of damage when you kill him. And then you can use your position 1 to deal the rest of the damage. All right, you could put Susanoo Shisui in front, Might Guy, Night Gate of Death guy behind, and the normal Hiruzen next to him. And then it's like, if you kill all of them, you're going to have to deal with all these suicidal attacks. And that's just insane. That's actually why I put a sort of a team here. As an idea for whenever people actually get Guy. Now I have like Gate of Shock Guy here, but pretend this is Gate of Death Guy, and I put Edo Itachi here because he can be controlled even with Gate of Death. So it's not, he's not immune to everything. He has some dodges on standard attacks I think too, but. That's why I put Edo Itachi here with pretending he has breakthroughs, and then here's in here just so that guy will deal a whole lot of damage. He'll do a lot of Taijutsu damage. He'll scale a lot, deal a whole bunch of damage, and once he deals enough damage, his suicidal attack will finish off the enemy. And if you're able to finish off the enemy with his final attack, you win. That's literally what Gate of Death guy is for. That's awesome, right? And maybe you'll have like a, I don't know, Edo Sasori, like someone, Toshiyasu Jiraiya or something, someone who revives when you use a mystery, or someone who revives when someone on your side dies, something like that, and you'll be able to win, and it'll be really hard to kill you. All right, now he can be controlled though. That is the one thing that that's the one thing that's weak about him. But he is sort of a blitz character. Like, he skills really fast, so I guess he's a middle game character. In other words, you don't exactly kill right away, but you also don't drag things out. You have to kill within the first 3, maybe like last until round 2, 3, or 4, something like that. And that's when Gate of Death guy should be at his strongest. Okay, let's go over his abilities now. And I'm really excited to see this in action, though it's paywalled behind like $2,000 something, so I mean, I'm not gonna expect anyone to get it. Like, Skyfall says he's gonna get him, but like not now because of how expensive that is. It's insane how expensive this is. But yeah. All really hyped up ninjas are like this in the beginning, and then they get less expensive as week passes. And once we're able to get it, Skyfall will get his Gate of Death guy and go in Sage or something and destroy everything. Maybe he can even like put him alone with like a main character. 2 ninjas against the world, right? Okay, Gate of Death guy. Let's get ability. Mystery. Even in Elephant 5 steps, it's prompt. Now it doesn't show when you see the abilities, but you can use this in round 1. So let's go over to Kona Proxy. Over to here. Okay, so Kona Proxy basically says the battlefield cooldown is 1, the cooldown is 1, and the chakra is 0. So you have to use this in round 2. Now you could get around this with Chinese Neji. Alright, so Chinese Neji could be quite powerful. Deal unavoidable damage. So let's go back here. Alright. Unavoidable damage. Cause unavoidable damage. 5 combo to 12 units in the opponent's field. So yeah, you're hitting everybody, really. And you cause knockdown to 1 guy, and the guy in the selected unit will suffer from Evening Elephant Immobility. Now, what the heck is Evening Elephant Immobility? We have to go back to Kona Proxy. They call it the Psychizo Seal, and I'm going to move them over here so I can read it. Units suffering from this debuff cannot execute any actions. So it's basically another version of Immobilize, right? Lasts until the end of the round, irremovable, and neglects immunity. So once you're hit, you're immobilized, you can't remove it, you can't have immunity to it. And I'm guessing that not being able to have any action probably has something to do with the passive abilities too. Like your opponent's passive abilities won't activate either, or some of them at least. I'm going to guess that's what Psychizo Seal is. Now there's another thing called Psychizo Lock, which is probably a different name in the standard attack. So let's get into that, right? So the mystery is just to cause like 5 combo to 12 units, knockdown, probably a lot of damage, and then immobility that cannot be dodged, cannot be removed, and it just lasts. Okay, the attack is attack and random. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Guy also gets the immobility, so guy can't make a move. Okay, that makes sense. So after you use a mystery, he can't move no matter what. It's kind of like Kimono Kakashi's what do you call it, the removing somebody from the field thing, right? It takes like 3 or 4 rounds for it to recover, so it is a big deal. Okay, the standard attack. So maybe you don't want to use the mystery right away. Maybe you want to let him buff himself up a little bit. This is all taijutsu, right? Okay, so standard attack. Attack a random line of units. So you hit a line, suppress super armor until the end of the round with a chance of 20% damage. Okay, so let me explain that. First of all, suppress super armor is pretty obvious, right? I mean, there's no way you're gonna put your feet on the ground once you're hit by such a strong hit. But the 20% splash damage is extra damage. So you're hitting a line of units, and that line of units will cause 20% extra damage to each other. And so if you have if you're fighting, let's see, if I go for Kakashi cleanse, right, and pretend this is Night Guy, right, but I'm putting 4 Kakashi clones just because. So we have these 4 Kakashi clones, and if Guy does a standard attack, he's gonna hit a line like this, and this guy's gonna cause 20% damage to that person and this person, right? And if you have 3 in a row, then that guy in the middle will cause 20% splash damage to everyone else, and he'll receive 20% splash damage from everyone else. So if your opponent has a ninja in the middle, everyone's gonna deal. Basically, that guy in the middle will be hit by 180% damage. No, hold on, 160% damage. More if you have clones, right? So if you have a great Green and George tomorrow, you're just gonna get hit more. Now it's not as strong as Madara's Mystery, but this is a standard attack, so it is a pretty big deal, right? So let's go back to Guy. Yeah, he's gonna hit a line, and each line will deal splash damage. So it's just like extra damage. Right. Okay. Suppress. Okay, attack a random line of units, cost suppress super armor, 20% splash damage. Okay, random guy will get repulsed. Makes sense. The skill never misses. Makes sense. He's too fast. Ignore some defense. Okay, because he's pure taijutsu, so it's just defense. So he's gonna ignore some of your defense. He's gonna hit hard there, and then all units will suffer from evening. Wait, hold on. Guy and all units hit will suffer from Evening Elephant Restraint. Okay, so this is what that mean on Kona Proxy over here. by the Psychizo lock. I like the name, but the restraint thing, lock, whatever. Units suffering from this debuff cannot execute standard attacks. Last until the end of the round. Irremovable and neglects immunity. So if your opponent's support has a standard attack that gets shields, heals, gains chakra, whatever, Psychizo lock will basically shut down all the standard attacks right away. And if you have Guy as position 1, that basically means like half of your team maybe more than half of your team won't be able to use their standard attack. Wow. That's good. That's strong, right? If you're faster than, say, Susanoo Shisui, and keep in mind this attack never misses. This skill never misses. So basically, he will beat out Susanoo Shisui's standard attacks at the very least. You could probably throw him something like, so if you want to fight against Susanoo Shisui for whatever reason, you could probably go something like Kimono Kakashi now has this break piece. The last video was about him. So he has this unavoidable round 1 mystery that, first of all, it's unavoidable, and it hits the immunity status. It has irremovable paralysis until the end of the next round. So you can use this on Susanoo Shisui, and then a guy can take care of the standard attacks. And then Susanoo Shisui won't have his mystery in round 2 or something like that. But that won't be enough, right? That's not enough damage, and Guy will skill. You'll see in the later abilities, he skills pretty hard. So yeah, like this could be a meta team, right? Of course, if someone wants to use Shisui, like it depends on who's faster. So you could probably do something like Shisui and Chinese Neji, and then maybe if you're faster, Chinese Neji will activate Susanoo Shisui, and the Susanoo Shisui can stop the mystery. But or you can even go Guy with Chinese Neji, just to deal a humongous amount of damage, and just whoever's fastest, right? You can also put Chinese Neji in position 1, not scaled. You scale him here and just boom, hit him hard. And yeah, you can. I mean, you haven't scaled much, I guess, by then, but it's a battle of initiative. And Guy also has an initiative buff, so that's in the later ability. So let's get into it, right? The standard attack, okay, restraint, so stop standard attacks. If you're hit by this standard attack, you'll be, both Guy and all units will not be able to use their standard attacks for the rest of the round, and you can't remove it. Now, that means you also can't get an extra standard attack, so you don't use any ninjas that give you an extra standard attack, right? Okay, the passive, if Guy has a mystery skill interrupted, reduces mystery cooldown to 0. So this is kind of like Green Ninja Obito for the whole team, except it's just for Guy. And Guy it's kind of like Nagato, Edo Nagato too, right? Now he can be controlled. I don't see any abilities. No, actually no, he can't. No, he has level 1 immunity to debuff. So if he suppresses immunity to debuff somehow, then I guess that works, right? But that's hard to do in round 1. Maybe in round 2 you can control him somehow with your own position 1. It's hard to say. It depends on who's faster, once again. But yeah, okay. So his mystery skill can be interrupted, but he'll just go straight back. And when Guy's HP reaches 1, executes Night Guy, then will be defeated and cannot be revived. So this is basically a Hiruzen move, right? Now Hiruzen can be revived, but it's kind of costly to try to revive him and use him again because you have to reset his mystery. And so remember, Hiruzen causes massive amount of damage. Once he dies, his mystery becomes that. But the problem is your opponent can interrupt that mystery by controlling. Now he costs 0 chakra, but your opponent could just put you to sleep, dream, immobilize, whatever. Guy does not have that weakness, right? He just activates it right away, and it's going to be a massive amount of damage. It's probably not going to kill right like a full HP guy, but it's going to deal a massive amount of damage. And so if you're able to do that, you cause some sort of havoc. You can combine normal Hiruzen with him, and your opponent will be really careful to kill either one of them. Right, and it'll deal a massive amount of damage. So here's the thing: if Guy dies, but you still deal enough damage, then the first thing he does is get to HP 1. He'll execute Night Guy, and if Night Guy kills the rest of the team, you win because you still have 1 HP. Right? He dies after the skill, but if your opponent dies, if your opponent dies when Night Guy is being used, you win. So this is basically Gate of Death, the ultimate strategy. This is completely new, and that's awesome. Okay, that's the passive on here, right? Night Guy, I think on Chrono Proxy, I don't think there's much extra explanation for Night Guy. It's just they call it Yagai, unavoidable damage to the line of units in the front based on a guy's max life. So you probably want to increase his life or just Taijutsu. And units defeated by this skill cannot be revived. So it depends on which, like if you're using this as a support, as a guy who deals a massive amount of damage when he dies, maybe you want to increase his life. But if you're using this as position 1, you want to increase his Taijutsu because that's his attack with his mystery and standard attack. So that's good. That's good to know there. All right. Anything else? Let's see. Units defeated by the skill cannot be revived. Makes sense. Guy cannot be revived when defeated by the skill. All right, right. So that's the normal stuff. Okay, so that's the first passive ability. Now let's go to the second. Besides the first action in a round, consumes 10% max HP to increase his attack by 60%. So before he does anything, he loses 10% max HP, and that means max HP literally means max HP. So if you have 10,000, you're going to lose 1,000 every single round, unless you're immobilized right away, in which case he won't make an action, right? Now he doesn't have any chases, so yeah, that doesn't apply. He has no chases, just a standard attack and a mystery. That's unique. Usually there's at least one chase, right? Okay, so before every action, he takes 10% max HP. If he goes below that, then he'll activate Night Guy, right? So that's okay-ish. It increases attack by 60%. You could probably throw this in with like Rage Obito. Just like have a team with Gate of Death Guy, Rage Obito, because he revives after he dies, and then you have the normal Hirzen, and just see how the team works in Arena. That'll be fun. Okay, yeah. Before he increases attack by 60%, initiative by 5%, up to 15%. His attack is stackable, so there's no end to it. And maybe you can heal him, or just maybe use like Lightning Main to use like Taijutsu. Healing, because you're increasing his attack, so Lightning Main will be really good with him. Increases his attack and leeches, and so he doesn't die so easily. And he increases his attack by 60% every single round. So in round 1, 60%. Round 2, 120%. That's like Kakuzu level scaling with 100 chakra, right away, like in round 2. So yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? The amount of like. He's gonna have 120% at least. That's not to mention, like, if you really do like a blitz team and just keeping him alive until round 2 and just dealing a massive amount of damage, that's gonna be crazy. Now, okay, he has another ability on that. Additionally, guy receives level 2 super armor. Okay, so before the first action of the round, he receives level 2 super armor, or does he already have level 2 super armor? I think. I think he just has level 2 super armor, and you don't have to wait before each action. Okay, so let's just assume that he has level 2 super armor, so he can't be chased, except with like 10 combo, 30 combo, something like that. Engages high evasion raised to standard attacks, lasts until the end of the round. Unfortunately, that high evasion to standard attacks won't work on Susanoo Shisui. I don't know if Pain will work. I know Pain has gotten stronger, a lot stronger. Let's see. Oh man, I have to go back here. Okay, I know that Pain has gotten a lot stronger, but I don't think his attacks are completely unmissable. His standard attack, yeah, attack 6. Okay, yeah, it's so Pain will be weak to him, and that makes sense because Pain is just stronger. Tendo's Obito is unmissable. Susanoo Shisui is unmissable. So Susanoo Shisui will still hit. Yeah, he will still be able to be hit by Susanoo Shisui with the standard attacks. But with I don't know if there's any other support standard attacks that'll actually really affect Guy. If you have him as position 1, that's not an arena. But yeah, he does have level 2 super armor, so I mean, and he has high evasion to standard attacks. That's quite nice. Like Susanoo Shisui will only be able to hit him with a standard attack, but no chase, right? Because he has level 2 super armor. So no scaling unless you have other ninjas in the team that allows him to scale. Okay, the bottom passive is a combination with that. So Guy has super armor. Okay, that makes more sense. So the bottom passive tells us that the guy has super armor. The first passive tells us that he receives level 2 super armor. So that means he gets level 2 super armor after his first action. Okay, so if he goes first, he'll have level 2 super armor. If he doesn't, he'll have normal super armor and he can still be suppressed. Makes more sense. Okay. So he has super armor, he's immune to debuffs, and cannot receive healing. Now that... Now there's a couple ways to get around that. One is to... So, normal Danzo, for example. People forget about him, but normal Danzo, Izanagi, with his... not the Y skill, but the +1/+2. You can use this in round 1, right? You launch Izanagi and cannot be cancelled. Units under Izagi's effect will escape damage that will defeat them and immediately recover 95% of the life. So you could probably try something like this. It's a little bit hard because you can get controlled or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of hard for that. So I guess Lightning Main with Leech will not work. But I will say that... oh man, it's lagging a little bit. Okay, Lightning Main with Leech will not work. So I guess Lightning Main with Lightning Enhancement will probably be better. You're probably better off like increasing his attack, just attack, and somehow, some way. Christmas Kushina possibly. He causes repulse, so it kind of works there. But yeah, Shizune, no, he doesn't cause low. Someone who increases attack is, someone who increases attack. I don't know which one. You guys tell me in the comments. I got to think about it. Kimono Eye. Oh, right. Kimono Eye. Kimono Eye is good. But wait, hold on. They increase their attack by 20% when he. Yeah, okay. Maybe we gotta find someone who does increase attack for him pretty easily in round 1, round 2 as well. So you guys tell me in the comments, but I am looking forward to seeing what's there. Remember, he only has level 1 immunity to status, so like he can be suppressed. Maybe if he's slower, even with his initiative. For example, Edo Madara can still suppress his super arm with a standard attack and then control his immunity to status with the chase. So he's not completely immune here. It makes sense because there's supposed to be some risk. Let's see. Ooh, okay, there he is. Okay, so he's immune to debuff, cannot receive healing. Every time he executes a mystery skill, consumes 10% max HP. Okay, so each time he uses a mystery skill, he loses 10%. So he loses 10% every single round. He'll be hit by people, and then he'll also have 10% missing once he uses his mystery. I'm a little too excited. So if he uses his mystery right away, and then he gets to 1 HP, then he'll also activate Night Guy immediately, so it'll be like a double super hit. And that will be pretty powerful. But the question is he going to be able to kill the rest of the team? Like, is he going to be able to kill your opponent's position 1, who's also stacked? So,
yes,
we're going to see. Okay.
Yes, he does. 100%.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. The sheer damage output that this guy puts out is actually insanity.
Have you seen it? Is it in China or something?
Well, I've seen like some CN gameplay because he was released in CN, I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. So it just popped up on my feed. I looked at it. It's disgusting. Some dude was probably like 1.4 mil power, beat a dude with 3 million power. It was insanity.
Damn.
It's gross.
Wow. Like, do you know what the other guy was running?
It was Shisui. He was running.
Just the Shisui. So
I guess
he can destroy Shisui basically.
Oh yeah, it's
okay.
Ridiculous.
Infinite Tsukiyomi, 130,000 ingots. I guess that. Sure. Okay. I guess Shisui's technically free to play now. So.
Theoretically, is it worth it? I wouldn't necessarily.
Well, he'll go down in price eventually. So we'll see.
For sure. Just like a month, yeah, no way. 2 months, I guess that's viable. But a month, nah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna be quiet now. Sorry.
Alright, almost done. So for every 1% Gaia loses, all ninjas in the lineup will have their attack increased by 2% and critical rate increased by 1%. So it's an extra buff again. Let's see. So he's losing a lot of HP, so he'll be getting his own attack up to, once he does his final Night Guy attack, that's literally 99%, 2% per 1 HP. So 99 times 2 is, okay, let's just do almost 200% attack Don't want to do the math, and also almost 100% critical rate increase, which is when you hit Shisui, you lower your critical rate, I think, something like that. But critical rate by 100%, so you're basically doing a critical hit with 200% attack plus all the extra standard attack to 60%, 320% attack, something like that in round two. And maybe you'll do it like maybe you just kill yourself, but you don't do it after dealing 2 hard blows with 320% attack, 100% critical rate, which is insane. But there is a weakness, and that, if this game would please stop bugging out, I think I have Madara. So the critical weakness here is we're going to see Founder Madara become a meta once again. So I'm betting that people who use Susanoo will start using Founder Madara against people who use Guy. Why? Because Founder Madara is immune to Taijutsu. I think he's the only one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I forgot somebody. But I think at the moment, Founder Madara is the guy who's immune to Taijutsu. And he might be able to just kill Guy because he's able to deal damage to Guy. And Guy is, well, dying. So it's gonna be a fun. I mean, okay. I guess your support might be able to kill. Like, Founder Madara is not a position 1, but if he does have breakthroughs, and his breakthroughs lower critical rate. He does have like an area damage. He does have some decent chases. I mean, let's go over here and take a look at. I think I have to exit out and come back in because the game is glitching. But Madara does have some decent attack, I guess. Like he increases his own attack or something by a little bit with his breakthroughs here. So like these are old breakthroughs, but they're okay. So cause damage when the lineup contains an Uchiha Clan Ninja, gain 2 extra standard attacks. So those extra standard attacks will eventually kill your opponent, unless you're using Guy and you have your support is stronger than Founder Madara. So I'm gonna guess that we're in space time. If people have Night Guy and people know you have Night Guy, they're going around Susanoo Shisui and Founder Madara versus you, and you're gonna have to be able to try to beat out Madara. Even if your Shisui dies, your Madara will never get damaged. That's what I assume is gonna happen because it's pure Taijutsu. All right, guys. That's my summary of what I think is gonna happen with Susanoo Shisui. We'll see. Christmas is here. That's kind of nice. Oh, we're getting Takahuko for free. Nice. We half got him for free in fireworks, I think. So that's kind of okay. He's okay, but I think there's nothing. Yeah. So old ninjas and these 90,000s and below. All right. So that's my take on this new Night Guy. Now we'll see how it goes when whales actually get him. There's probably going to be like 3 people who have Night Guy who's in like the first week or so. There's always somebody like that when they have money. I don't know, maybe a crypto millionaire or something.
But yeah, one person on my server already has them day 1.
Oh yeah. I guess for people who spend a ton of games, that's not crazy. $2,000 for Naruto Online though, it is crazy, but there's always people out there. All right, guys. If you guys want to join me on these talks, I do these once in a while. Once in a while, you guys can come over to the Coffin Hub Discord. You guys can ask for the stream role. This stream was only for the stream role people. You can ask them the role requests here, and if you guys want, you can also ask for the ingot rule if you want to learn how I get my ingots, or go to the Coffin Ingot channel. This is it for Susanoo Shisui. Not Susanoo Shisui. This is it for probably the new meta. We'll see how it goes with Founder Madara's counter. But yeah, maybe people will start running position 1 Founder Madara. I don't know. All right, guys, I got to go. See you guys next time.